It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports.
It's been a nice clean game, huh?
Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Thunder here to defend the home court, playing host to the Eastern Conference. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Pass to Westbrook. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game. We've already seen a few players make, Brent, a big leap over last year. Their hard work is really paying off.
The interesting thing over the past few years is just how intricate the off-season training is for players. And this is why I think the evolution of the game feels like it's been sped up. So many specialized coaches, so much time that guys want to work on facets of their game that are opening up opportunities. And with so much space that's on the floor for guys, we get to see those skill sets a little bit more often on a nightly basis. Awesome to see that players continue to strive to maximize their potential.
I agree.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble. Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
To the inside. It's stolen by Adams. From deep, George. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Well, Paul George doesn't mind tight defense. I think he can get around them, and he maintains some great ball handling mechanics, even with the guy in his face.
Pass to Bledsoe. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Aprinas. That 3 off the mark.
Man, that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed that he blew that chance.
The shot by Brogdon, no good. To the inside. Here's Grant. The shot, no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Here's Middleton. The offensive rebound. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. No good from outside. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Billy Donovan has faced a tough job in Oklahoma City, Brent. Star players leaving town, some even criticizing him after they left.
The circumstances of Billy Donovan moving off of what he did at the University of Florida and making that a powerhouse Division I basketball program, it's been very interesting to have Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant to begin your career, and then pushing that team to almost beating the Golden State Warriors, losing in a Game 7 to losing Kevin Durant. Billy Donovan's seen a lot in the early part of his career. The hopes is that he continues to grow and learn. Really happy with the hire of Billy Donovan and what he brings to the table in terms of his basketball acumen.
Westbrook with the steal.
And not usually what we see from him. 3 turnovers already in the game.
Yeah, this is great when Westbrook starts to dictate the tempo of the game. This time he's doing it with the pass, setting up a teammate.
The wide open look here for Lopez. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Right side Westbrook. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Again, more attack mode play from Russell Westbrook. He just puts it on the deck and draws contact.
Russell Westbrook, passionate about the game of basketball, Brent, we know that, but fashion among his foremost interests outside the game.
Yeah, the honor the gift fashion line, which, you know, Kevin, you and I don't think we have much in our closets from that, but got to respect it. Fearless, not only on the court, but off the court in some of the attire that Russell Westbrook brings to the game.
And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Antetokounmpo running. It's good. This game is all even. For Oklahoma City, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. First one falls for him. And Greg, certainly the knock on Dennis Schroeder is play on the defensive end.
Nobody questions how effective he is on offense. I just think he has a tendency to take a few too many plays off and too many chances on defense. If he wants to be viewed as a top point guard in this league, he'll need to show some consistency on the defensive end.
And George, here we go.
Yeah, Paul George, look out, hammers that one home.
Milwaukee trails by 4. It's stolen by Schroeder. Down low. And George with the stuff.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Well, terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Bledsoe outside. The 3. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Patterson. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Shot clock at 6. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot.
And right now, the game plan seems to be working.
It looks like this team has finally gotten into the club and found its rhythm, trying their best to pull away.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Oklahoma City. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
So far, they've been active, scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
Well, when you come out in the first quarter with that kind of offense, obviously the game plan is in full effect. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Gotta love the fact that going vertical is a major part of what makes him so difficult as a point guard to defend, especially around the rim.
Milwaukee trails by 3. Bledsoe taking his time here. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Bledsoe. To the inside. And Lopez throws it down.
That's unselfish play there. Bledsoe doing a great job of splitting the D with his passing on that pick and roll.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. That's tipped. Stolen by Middleton. Bledsoe outside. Brent, the league playing at a faster pace overall now. Will there ever come a time when every team will play with that same speed?
No, because one team will always be faster than the next. So it's never going to be exacting for every ball club. And as you and I have talked several times, Kevin, you got to play to your strengths. And even though teams are finding more positionless basketball players, some of these guys have attributes to their game where you want to get them in certain positions. That takes time.
It's all about personnel.
It's all about your personnel. And again, putting those guys in the proper place where they can succeed more often.
Here's Westbrook. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
So explosive on the inside. Russell Westbrook, crazy athletic.
Pass to Lopez. Back to Bledsoe. And the Bucks miss again. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City the rebound to the left side wing. And he overshot that one, missing.
Just like to see the defensive effort get better for their ball club. They can't expect guys to miss the mid-range Jays every time.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And he gets the bucket.
And another momentum shift. These teams going back and forth all night.
Yeah, which team's going to find some consistency first? Neither one can pull away.
It's stolen by Schroeder. And that one's good. Westbrook's got 6 in the quarter.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Timeout called, the Bucks. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City.
And Malcolm Brogdon, the son of a lawyer and a college dean, no less. His maturity and thoughtfulness certainly reflect that upbringing.
Tight game here in Oklahoma City. And with the way Brogdon conducts himself, some teammates call him, Greg, the president.
Yeah, he has an air about him. That he has that leadership quality and has a goal to create an NGO to alleviate poverty and hunger in developing nations. Who knows? Politics might not be out of the question for this young man. Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
.119 left in the first half. Lopez. And Adams sends it back.
Adams is a decent shot blocker, but relies on his position mostly, that time in the right spot.
Pass to Nader. And there's the 3-second violation. There's a minute left in the first half of the game. And here's Bledsoe. Pass to Middleton. Bledsoe outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot's good by Middleton. Middleton's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, you don't want to leave Middleton from that area. His mid-range game is on fire, draining those shots often.
This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first half. To the inside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Outside, George. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Stolen by Grant. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Jeremy Grant just has such a great combination of athleticism and explosiveness. It's up to him to find familiar spots on the floor and do a good job of playing off his teammates to make an impact on every game that he plays.
In a pretty tightly contested game. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. They trail by 1. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That'll be his second foul of the game. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Not sure, maybe the pressure of the moment got to him there. A really careless error that might ultimately cost the team. Well, the Bucks with the superstar talent in Giannis Antetokounmpo, the critical decision this summer for selecting a new coach came down to a very qualified one in Mike Budenholzer. And with all the options out there, 9 coaching changes, I think that Bud saw the opportunity in Milwaukee as being a great one to push this team a little bit forward. The talent on the roster tantalizing enough for him to head to Milwaukee after his stint in Atlanta.
Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Well, beyond the physical stuff, what I like about Giannis right now is the feel for the game. That time, great timing defensively.
And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That will be foul number 5 on him. Left side, Westbrook. Out to the wing. Back to Grant. Clock at 4. Takes it from 10. Here's Adams. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Bounce pass from Bledsoe. Stolen by Grant. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Bledsoe outside. Poked away. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. The Bucks making a switch here. For 3, Middleton. Pass to Bledsoe. The Bucks working the ball around. 5 to shoot. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Westbrook. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
So the pick by Westbrook on one end, and that sets up the easy transition points. So interesting with Russell Westbrook, never really touted or championed growing up, but if you go to UCLA, you have to be halfway decent, don't you, Kevin? 5'8" stick figure back in high school and came off the bench his freshman year at UCLA, and I just don't think anybody saw what was coming out of Russell Westbrook, but we're appreciating it now.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Outside, George. They get the rebound. Adams. Outside, George. It's over Brogdon. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game. Outside, George. To the paint. There's Noel. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
We talk so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there.
Bledsoe right side. And here's Ilyasova outside. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Ilyasova's got the lead up to 2 now for Milwaukee. And you heard the story. Westbrook showed up for a basketball camp in Atlanta. His name wasn't on the list. Had to sit in the lobby for 4 hours before they let him in.
That story's hard to believe. obviously not a blue chip recruit, and I don't think that Russell Westbrook ever thought about seeing himself in the NBA at any point, was just hoping to get a scholarship. And that second season at UCLA opened up some eyes about just how athletic and explosive he could be. Here we are today.
Middleton can't get it to go.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Oklahoma City making a change here. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Lopez outside. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. 14 points for Brook Lopez.
He's having a night right now. Credit to the shooting touch, helping his team with the lead.
Left side, Westbrook. Stolen by Bledsoe. There's a minute left in the third. Ilyasova can't hit. Oklahoma City trailing. Left side, Westbrook. A beautiful reverse layup. Westbrook's got 11 points.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Malcolm Brogdon, a second-round pick. He won the Rookie of the Year in 2017. And maybe we shouldn't have been surprised at all. In Virginia, he was the ACC Player of the Year and the ACC Defensive Player of the Year. Solid foundation coming into the league. Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. In the corner, Ilyasova with it. True on the 14-footer. And the Bucks lead by 1.
Just so many lead changes. Nobody's held an advantage for long.
Over to the left wing. Patterson. No good with the triple. He gets it up. A shot off that time. We're at the end of the... Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Here's Westbrook. He drains the quick shot. Westbrook's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Oklahoma City. Tipped away. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Well, overall, he has played basically flawless basketball, but that was a bad turnover.
Here's Schroeder. Tipped away. Pass to Ferguson. And here is Grant. Oklahoma City moving it around. Buries the long-range jumper. That's 7 points for Dennis Schroeder.
Just a hard-fought battle, and neither team able to create any distance.
Well, we've seen some big plays here tonight, but they've been sporadic. That's been an issue.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. And it's Milwaukee's ball. A 2-point game. Near the three-point line, it's Bledsoe. They grab their own miss. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo, those long strides and then fearless in his attack.
It's George on the wing. And George with the stuff.
And that is a great move off the baseline and a big-time play at the basket.
Agreed. Fantastic reverse dunk. Had to get up high for that one. Now Bledsoe. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I mean, just look at the box score right now. He's not only filling it up with these points, but in every facet of the game.
Here's George. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Think about Paul George in his second year in the NBA being named the most improved player. He's just gotten better from that point. And you don't have to win an award every year to prove it.
Second free throw, no good.
Now we can talk about it over and over again, Kevin. Antetokounmpo combines size and versatility in ways we just haven't seen, at least up until the Greek Freak's arrival.
Pass to Abrinas. It's George on the wing. No good that time. Good D by Lopez.
Credit the defense, wisely avoiding fouling the shooter. Don't want to give up a personal there. And he made him attempt a difficult layup.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And the shot goes in. Antetokounmpo's got it all tied up now for Milwaukee. Here's George. On the wing, George. Sinks the triple.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Down low. And the dunk by Grant.
Wow, Jeremy Grant, the evolution will be televised. Phenomenal at staying cool and collected in that big moment.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're down by 5. 1:57 left here in the fourth quarter. Both teams deciding to change it up. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He got into him pretty hard. He said, "We are being way too soft in there. We need some toughness, and I need some defense. No more easy baskets." Pretty strong words, guys.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter to end the run.
Grant could be such a devastating defender down there with those long arms and athleticism to contest shots.
Westbrook. Good D by Lopez.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Westbrook with it. Now guarded by Middleton. They retain possession. Shot clock at 6. Back to Grant. Trying his luck deep. They grab their own miss. They shoot again. And he nails that one right through the net.
And with time becoming a factor, that may do it, guys.
Well, leads are not given. They are earned. Playing with desire and attention to detail all night.
And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his third foul of the game. 34 seconds left in the fourth. And Westbrook, here we go. Pass to Abrinas. Back to George. The three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And Oklahoma City leads by 10.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
Yeah, and making them. Once you get into this kind of rhythm with the three ball, it is so difficult for the defense to do anything about it.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here. Here's Patterson. Outside, Felton. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And guys, at this point, he's probably better served to take a seat anyway. They've got no chance in this one. And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.